Something that I've really noticed that doesn't happen on my Nulu but does happen on my Luon is that it pills right underneath the armpit. Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about Define jackets, what it is, also known as a BBL jacket, and whether you should buy it or not, what kind of things you can get for it, and then the different price points, of course. So the first thing is, what is a Define jacket? It is also known as a BBL jacket. It is specifically a Define jacket, being a Lululemon product named the Define jacket. It's made out of either Nulu or Luon, which is our yoga-based fabric, and it's designed to be really tight-fitting to the body and then loosen up or completely go away at the hips from here or starting here. There are three major types of Define jackets. The first one is the original, which is the Define jacket made out of the Luon material, which is the old Align legging material. As we're starting to go to Nulu, the back ventilation will be going away, but there's this mesh part in the back only on the original Luon Define jackets. They are a long length, so they're going to hit around your mid-hip, and they are a little bit more prone to pilling than the Nulu fabrics. But yeah, this is the original one. I'm going to show you all the ones that I own. So this is the Blaze Tone Blue. As you can see, it's a silhouette, stops around the mid-hip. That really creates the Define BBL features. Very long arms designed to be able to put your thumb through. And of course, the back. Oh, this one doesn't have it. The back ventilation, it's supposed to, but we're starting to move away from that, of course, so this is a newer one. And then the zippers start at about the mid, rib cage. Alright, this is the Poolside Blue. All the same product features. This one does have a back ventilation. I got this one a little while ago, so that's why there's a back ventilation. This one is the Roasted Brown one. I really like this one. I'm pretty sure this is the very first one I ever got. I will say that the biggest thing that I like about this style is the length. It's also a lot thicker because the Luon's a little bit thicker than the Nulu, so it's a nice and warmer one. Alright, this is my last original Luon Define jacket. It is in red Merlot, and it also does have the original back ventilation. So I'm wearing the cropped Define jacket, stops at around the top of my hips. This has a shorter, of course, length, and the zipper pockets start at about right under the chest. It'll start right about where a sports bra would end. And then, of course, the arms are still the same. There's no back ventilation, but the hole for the thumb hole, horizontal instead of vertical. Alright, so this is what the cropped one looks like from the front and then the back. I really like this style, but of course, I like to wear something really high-rise or else there's a separation right here, which I'm not the biggest fan of. So this is the hooded Define. As you can see, it has this thin hood made out of the Nulu material and these strings, and then it's going to be full length. But this one is at a different price point. It's going to be $128 instead of $118 like the other two. So this is the Define hooded one. As you can see, it's the full length, so the pockets are going to start a little bit under the end of your rib cage. This is the back. Doesn't have a mesh because it's a newer jacket. And of course, pockets are like the new Luon one. Or not pockets, sleeves. Now I'm going to talk about the major product features of each one. Of course, I want to talk about the original first. The older originals have a back ventilation. I think you guys should see it. You can see through the back ventilation to see that it's just a mesh that is good for when you're maybe sweating, I guess. But you're not really supposed to sweat in this, which was an interesting thing. They all have this locker loop. It's designed so that it holds well and it's elastic, so it's super stretchy. And then the original ones have the thumb hole, but it's vertical instead of horizontal, while the Nulu ones, are horizontal. And then of course this one is full length, and I will say that all of the Luon ones are the ones with the emergency zipper. Emergency hair tie zipper. Major product features of this one: doesn't have the emergency hair tie, but it does have the cropped fit. It has everything that the original Define jacket has, but it's in a different material. And it doesn't have the mesh pocket because it doesn't need it anymore, because it's not designed to be worked out in. So this is almost like a mixture of both of them. It's going to be in the Nulu fabric like the cropped one, but it's going to be in the full length like the original Luon. The only difference between all of them is that this one has a hood and 2 strings, so it actually can be adjustable. And other than that, everything will be the same, even the locker loop. The most important part when considering buying a Define jacket is to think about when you're going to be using them and the kind of things that are going to happen that you're going to notice when you're wearing it. The major thing about Nulu and Luon is that you cannot put them in the dryer and you're supposed to wash them on delicate and cold. Something that I've really noticed that doesn't happen on my Nulu but does happen on my Luon is that it pills right underneath the armpit. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's something that really bothered me, so I wear them a little bit less, honestly. I'm going to say don't wear them when you're working out, when you're sweating, when you're running, anything like that, because the friction will cause pilling, and of course we all know that the quality promise has really changed. I prefer to wear a Define jacket when I don't have to layer, because layering the jackets will make you really feel the friction between this jacket and the jacket that's on top. For me personally, I don't like to wear anything but like a sports bra or a really tight shirt under this, because it's going to make it cluster right here underneath the sleeve, and also it's just going to make it even harder to be like a nice defined like body feature. The zippers are plastic. I'm going to zip one for you, but they're a really nice zipper. While they all have differences, they all do have the exact same things of having the thumb hole that can turn into like almost a little mitten. They all do have a zipper with the locking feature and unlocking feature when you flip them up and down. They all have the locker loop in the back so that they're all able to hang like this. And then of course the emblem in the back. And then they should all have, yeah, these specific stitching. Along with that, all of the pockets are zippered. Overall, I think that Define jackets are definitely worth it if you're treating them right, because they will have longevity. And I definitely recommend, this is just how I recommend things in general, but for the most part, if you're going to buy something, buy it in a color that you know that you can. So like a lot of people buy shoes or like jackets in a really bright blue or a really bright red, and then they have nothing to match it with. I always get black as my very first thing for most things. And I think that it's really important to make sure that you're buying something, especially from Lulu, that you want to wear, that you're going to wear, and that you know that you will be able to style. Because way too many times people buy something from Lulu and they don't have the ability to style it or wear it. So I think that you definitely need to take a step back, try it on, because you don't want it to be squeezing you. But the Define jacket is designed to have a tight arm, tight body, but not to the point where you're struggling to zip it up. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I just wanted to mention that most of this is opinion based. Besides like the product features, all of those are factual. If you wanted to go, you can go in store and see this. It's going to be a list of all the product features, and I think that it's really important to talk to somebody and ask them about how they like it and all of those kind of questions. And if you wanted to, you can comment anything from Lulu and I'll review it. You know, I do work there, so I'll be really technical with certain things that I talk about. And thank you so much for watching.